Evening folks, and welcome to this demonstration of my Seiko SDGA005 Star Wars R2-D2 watch. And this is a watch from 2012, one of Seiko's e-ink watches. It's from a Star Wars special edition set. I think there were about 6 different watches, most of them mechanical, all based on one character or the other from the series of Star Wars films. And this is the R2-D2 one, which is the only digital one, and it's got R2-D2 on the back there. It tells you what the various buttons do, and of course it's kind of R2-D2 colour scheme of the actual watch with the blue face and the blue buttons. I must admit, when I was a boy growing up watching the Star Wars films, and at school we used to collect the bubblegum cards, and if somebody had come to school back then wearing one of these watches, they would have either been revered as a god or possibly beaten up and robbed behind the bike sheds, or maybe even both. It really is a great watch. And as you can see, the main feature of this watch is it uses the EPD e-ink display to show scenes from the film, just still pictures from the film. And all the pictures are from the original first 3 films, so that's Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, and the characters are all from that. It has 18 different pictures, and it changes every hour. It shows a different picture every hour. I'll put a link to a URL which will show you what all the pictures are, because I can't unfortunately demonstrate them here because it doesn't let you select a picture. Anyway, it's currently showing Yoda, and you've got these 5 different buttons. This one is the light button, 2 very powerful LEDs there, and then you've got a back button, a menu button, and then a sort of up and down button for when you're in the menu system to operate the watch. And it's quite slow to operate just because every time you change something, the EPD display needs to update. So I'll show you what I mean by going into the menu. So it's having a think about it, and it kind of reverses the image before settling. So at the moment I can go into the menu system again here. I can show the different styles that the watch can do, or I've got this info button here, and that just shows some information. So at the top there it's showing the time and the current state of the battery charge, about 2/3 full. It's showing I've got 1 alarm set. That symbol there is the sort of the dish antenna. That shows the last date that the watch synchronised with the atomic signal. It's showing the time zone, and it's also showing the date in words. And if I can press the back button to get out of that, it'll take me back to this one where you can select the menu, the styles, or the info. So I'll just show you some of the different styles. So style 5 is the Star Wars style, and the functionality of this watch is exactly the same as the regular e-ink watches of the same sort of outward design, and it's got all the same features, but whereas the original ones had playing cards as style 5, this has got the Star Wars pictures as style 5. There's also a few other little changes. So this is style 1. I'll put it in style 1. And it's just basically black writing on a white background. There's a nice clear display there, probably the easiest to read of all of them, and you've got the date at the bottom. That's it, just changing the time, sorry, there. I'll just go back into the menu. Style 2 is that it doesn't look very attractive, if I'm honest. Looks a bit avant-garde, I suppose. Style 3 is same as style 1 but inverse, so it's white writing on a black background. Style 4 is an inverse style of style 2. Again, it's not particularly attractive to my eyes, at least. And then style 5 is the Star Wars style that we all want to see. So I'll show you in the menu some of the functions. So we've got world time, and in the more normal watch that's a little aeroplane symbol, but in the Star Wars version it's a TIE fighter. So if I just go into the world time mode, and in the original watch it had a planet Earth there, but in the Star Wars version it's got a Death Star, and it's showing the current time and my home time at the top. So they're both set to the same thing for me because I live in the same time zone as London. But it's quite a good display just to leave the watch on, because it's got a nice clear display of the time, but you've also got a little bit of Star Wars stuff going on there as well. Let's return to the menu. So I press the down button to have a look at the alarms. So there are 3 alarms. You can set them to either be daily or just once only. And if you go into one of the alarms, to set it, you sort of go up and down like that, and you do the same thing for the minutes and setting it from daily to normal. I'll just go back again. So there's the alarms. You've got your radio waves, so that's syncing with the atomic clocks via the radio transmitters. So if you press the select button when you're on receive there, it'll go and try and do a receive. But it does take quite a long time, so I won't demonstrate that. And if you go to the record button, it'll show you when it last did it. So it's saying, it's got a nice map display there as well. It's saying I did it this morning, 4th December at 2:14, and I synced with the German transmitter. So I'll just go back and back again. And then finally, you have some settings there. Oh, it's a bit slow to react because it won't react to the buttons until the display is settled down. So you can set your home city and whether daylight saving time is on or off. So you just scroll up and down through the various different cities until you've got your home ones. You can actually adjust the time if you're not able to sync with the atomic clock. You can set the time yourself. Show you that. You can also choose between 12 and 24-hour time and the date format as well. And you can set your, oops, here we go down, your home and your local time. So mine are both set to London, but if I was to go travelling to Tokyo, I would set my set one of these to be different. I'll just go back there, and finally you've got the alarm test, and it's got a very pleasant sounding alarm actually. I hope you can hear this. So that's the alarm. I'll just go back. And again. And again. Oops. And back finally one more time to the Star Wars time mode. Master Yoda there. And there's one final trick it's got up its sleeve, and that's to display the time with seconds. So as you can see the e-ink display there working, but it'll only do that for 60 seconds and then it'll revert to whatever the time mode you'd set before. But it's a nice feature. You can see around the outside here there's the solar panel, so it's a solar powered watch. And it's a lovely case design with the Rebel logo there and some Rebel script there, and all made out of stainless steel. Beautiful bracelet and clasp. It's absolutely a top quality watch this is, and with the Star Wars features as well, even better. So that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this one, the Seiko R2-D2 watch. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.